Hello YouTube, what's going on? Double Nine Legend here, and welcome to our last simulation of our NHL 17 Custom League series. So this video is going to be a little different in that we still follow one of the highest teams in the league and their final games in April, but after all that we're going to do our usual stats look, but we're going to look into pretty much more stats. We're gonna look at like which teams have the best power play percentage, penalty kill, goals against, such as etc. And just every single player stat as well. We won't look through that. So will be definitely a longer video. So it was following Atlanta in their last 5 games. Let's finish off this regular season. Ooh, lost by Atlanta on the last day, but man, they had a pretty nice win streak going, so they're going to playoffs red hot. So we'll quickly look at the standings and then all the stats after. You know what? Before we do this, quickly save. It's be a horrible time to lose progress. Okay. Let's look at the team statistics first. So, instead of actually looking at the divisions, let's just look at the conferences. So, your playoff teams in the West are Atlanta Coyotes actually overtaking Kansas City with 111 points. Kansas City in second. You have the Edmonton Huskies, Baltimore Lions, Calgary Stampeders, Boston Bandits, California Devils, and the Detroit Wizards. And unfortunately in the West, we are going to be saying bye to the Michigan Dragons, Halifax Cougars, Baton Rouge Tigers, Boston Achievement Hunters, Gatineau Vipers, the Chicago Bulls. On to the East, your playoff teams are the Seattle Barracuda, Washington Gladiators, Philadelphia Canes, North Dakota Buccaneers, Minnesota Vikings, Winnipeg Icehawks, Victoria Comets, and the New York Heralds. And we are unfortunately saying goodbye to the Toronto Hitmen, Oklahoma City Hurricanes, Montreal Voyageurs, Nashville Rebels, Ottawa Bulldogs, and the New Jersey Penguins and Vancouver Grizzlies. So now, let's slowly look at the player stats. Alright, now that all those stats are through, now we'll look at pretty much like the league leaders and that. So your leading point getter in the league was this year for Philip Forsberg of the Philadelphia Kings with 85 points. Behind him was Stamkos, Kopitar, Ovi, McKinnon, Simmons, O'Reilly, Malkin, Drew, Krejci, Ben, Tarasenko, Voracek, and McDavid. This is your top page there. Don't need to go through all that because that would take forever. For defenseman, your top defenseman, your James Norris winner is Alex Pietrangelo with 77 points. And the rest are Weber, Doughty, Keith, Subban, Carlson, Yossi, Burns, Carlson, Ekman Larson, Hamilton, Gostisbehere, Latane, and Barry. Now, these were your best goalies in the league this year. There's multiple categories. We'll look here. Wins, Luongo was your top. Lundqvist, then Quick, Murray, Fleury, Varlamov, Bishop, Halak, Dubnyk, Anderson, Crawford, Anderson, Leonard, and Rene. So that's that. We'll sort who had the best save percentage. Theoretically, that's a better stat, right? So, no way, it could be kind of messed up because like some goalies may have obviously didn't play as much as others. So, top save percentage goalies are Ryan Miller in first with Pavelec, Ward, Lundqvist, Luongo, Grice, Murray, Quick, Leonard, Crawford, Howard, Smith, Elliott, and Rask behind him. So I definitely say Luongo's definitely the true Vezina winner this year. Something I looked at, go back to points, I think we looked at points, right? Now let's see who your Rocket Richard winner this year is. Vladimir Tarasenko with 40 points. 40 goals. And your leading assist getter was Mitch Marner with 59 points. Alright, so your league leader, oh no, I don't want player stats, I want team stats. Let's go back to team stats and entire league. First, we know Seattle. Who got the most goals for? That would be the Atlanta Coyotes. And least was the Pittsburgh Eagles. Atlanta was also first in goals for per game, and Pittsburgh, of course, was least again. Goals against. Chicago led league in that category with 272 against, and the best was Atlanta with 177 against. So man, Atlanta really had a huge slow start this season, but they really turned it over. Goals against per game, Chicago led in the most, while Atlanta kept the most out per game. Power play goals, Atlanta will lead in that category as well, while New Jersey is the lowest, 28. Power play percentage, Atlanta led the league with that with 26%, and New Jersey was the worst in the league with a percentage of 14.1. Short-handed goals against, New Jersey also led in that category, while Kansas City came in first with playing in no short-handed goals this year. Now, penalty kill percentage, New York led that category with a percentage of 89.2, and Chicago was the worst at 74.8. Short-handed goals for, Toronto led the league with that in that category with 7, and it's huge tie between California, Chicago, Detroit, Gatineau, Halifax, Oklahoma, Victoria, and Washington with 1 goal for short-handed goal for. Home record, Atlanta had the best home record at 29-8-4. Pittsburgh the worst at 14-19-8. Best away record, we have Seattle with a record of 28-10-3, a really good record for being on the road. The worst was Chicago at 14-25-2. Hottest team to end the year was, I don't know why they have North Dakota there, because I'd honestly say Atlanta's out with the overtime loss, so Atlanta's going to playoffs red hot. So those are the individual team stats and awards. Let's see some of these. Can't look at that quite yet, of course. Fans Day, we will head to the playoffs. So there is your playoff tree. So looking forward to this. Really looking forward to the playoff. It's getting underway. We're gonna have on the west side, we're gonna have Edmonton versus Detroit, Kansas City against Boston, Baltimore versus Calgary, and Atlanta versus California. On the east, we have Washington versus Philadelphia. That's going to be a really entertaining series. We have Seattle versus Victoria, Minnesota versus New York, and North Dakota versus Winnipeg. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs.